Good morning and welcome back. North Koreans could be ready to release 3 Americans being held hostage in the upcoming days.
Yeah, this coming just weeks before the highly anticipated sit-down between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. So just how significant would this be as an act of good faith? Here now to weigh in on that is Asia analyst and the author of Nuclear Showdown, Gordon Chang. Gordon, good to have you here this morning. Would it surprise you if they actually get this done, if these 3 are released?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, North Korea always takes hostages. You know, they turn them into bargaining chips. They try to create a lot of publicity, goodwill, and that's what they're doing ahead of these crucial talks, because Kim Jong-un, the North Korean ruler, needs sanctions relief, and so therefore what he wants to do is create the best possible atmosphere for the talks with President Trump.
And these 3 detainees, you can see them on the screen right there. One, Kim Dong-chul, has been detained since October 2015. The other 2 have been detained since April and May of 2017. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm just a skeptic, but it almost seems at this point a little too good to be true. What's your take on this?
Well, the North Koreans will try to create that atmosphere. They did it with, for instance, Moon Jae-in, the South Korean president, last Friday, that big summit. And so the North Koreans are really good at doing this. And right now, they need a lot from the international community and the United States. So they're going to do everything possible to sort of lay the table.
So is it fair if we feel like we need to pump the brakes and just wait and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's certainly right, because we have a lot of issues we have. And it's not just North Korea's nukes. It's their ballistic missiles. It's the Japanese abductees. And it's not only those 3 Americans. There's possibly a 4th American. And I'd like to have the North Koreans tell us, are they holding David Snedden? They very well may not be, but I want to hear them say it.
Tell us the story of David Snedden.
Yeah.
He was hiking in China, southwestern China, Yunnan province, disappeared 2004. The Chinese police reports of his death are not credible. This is a place where there are a lot of North Korean agents, and so it's really possible that the North Koreans snatched him in order to teach English. Some people say that he's teaching English to Kim Jong-un. I don't know. And there is one report of someone saying they saw Snedden in North Korea. You know, the family believes that he's there. We just don't know.
It's insane that you have a regime that kidnaps people to do things like this. You said they've kidnapped Japanese people just to teach English to the security guards. I mean, that's madness. Let me ask you something. Why is Kim Jong-un in a position to be so giving all of a sudden? Do you think he's just broke? Is he desperate? Does he have an ulterior motive? What's the deal?
Yeah, 2 things. First of all, he's worried about the United States striking his nuclear and his missile facilities. And, you know, you now have John Bolton, who, when he was a Fox News analyst, now national security advisor, talked about that all the time. The other thing, though, is sanctions. American and UN sanctions, and Trump has really been good about this, have really started to crimp the flow of money to the regime. So, for instance, the South Koreans are saying that North Korea could run out of foreign exchange reserves by the end of October. Probably a little bit too dire, but nonetheless, we know that the North Koreans need a lot of money. That fits in with a lot of other anecdotal evidence. And so Kim needs sanctions relief. He needs it from Trump.
What we know is this is a good step in a positive direction.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Gordon Chang. We appreciate it.